What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Long Play Listening Party, the show where we go deep on local music, writing, recording, inspiration, gear, and whatever else sounds good to us. I'm Howie Howard from Mr. Furious Records, joined by my co-host, Nate Holt. What's going on, Nate?
What's up, everybody?
We've got Joel from Serene Fiend.
Howdy.
As well as Daniel. What's going on, Daniel?
What's up?
So we're recording with Joel and Daniel tonight, but those episodes won't come out for a few weeks. They have an album coming out on August 25th. And so we're just going to do a few minutes here of casual chit-chat and music recommendations for you. So short episode this week, but some music to check out. And, we'll each do two or maybe more, and we'll just kind of see where it goes. I'll start with one of mine. So I challenged myself. I picked a local and like a national one. My local, Daniel, you'll appreciate this for sure, is Brangia's album Holland Days. Link in the description, yes. Of course. There'll be links to all this stuff. Daniel plays with some of the guys from Brangia. And on this album, instrumental, rock, prog, metal, experimental type album is sort of the genre. And what I love about it is I really feel like they captured the live experience on this one. They've always been a great live band, and I think this album really captures that well and gives me the feeling I get when I see them live. So Brangia, Holland Days, check that one out. Who wants to go next?
I'll just follow that up. Sorry,
go for it, Dan. Go for it.
I just wanted to say that I'm working with the guys on getting that out on streaming platforms for people, because right now it's just up on Bandcamp as far as I know. But I mastered it a little bit for them, and we're going to work on getting that out on more available stuff for people. iTunes and Spotify and all that crap. It's slow going, but we'll get there.
Perfect.
I will relinquish the stage to Joel here.
All right, Joel, give us a pick.
Yeah, one of the locals that I've been spinning a lot lately, Lesser Pleasures, their LP EP 1. That one's a little bit in the family too. Nick Stahl, who does all of Serene Fiend's graphic design and stuff, he is the drummer for Lesser Pleasures. But regardless of our affiliation and our relationship, that EP is really, really awesome.
It is,
recorded really well, great songwriting. The mixing on it is really awesome. And Epitaph and Island are just two really incredible tracks that I admire and adore a lot, and it was a really, really awesome gem.
Did you do a remix for one of them?
I wanted to do one for Island, but it sounded like, I think, did you do Island? Yeah.
Yeah, me and Sean kind of stole that from you.
That's okay. I've been chipping away at War.
Okay.
I've got a couple ideas on War, but since there's not really any, they haven't been told a deadline or anything like that, I haven't really been picking it up too seriously. But I'm ready whenever it happens.
For sure.
Yeah, just a great EP. Really, really awesome.
Yeah, I think Island will be on that remix project I mentioned earlier.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So it's my turn now. I had a sneak peek into at Ghostmind's new record, Dark Brown Light Blonde, I think. Fantastic. Since it's not out, I mean, there's a few. I think is it? Oh shit! Now
there's some singles out, right?
Yeah, there's a few singles out. But the record should be out here pretty soon. Besides that, my favorite band in the world, Moderat, put out more Data maybe a month or so ago. And that's just, it's just more stuff that's just man, it's it's the never-ending chase of things, of something that you may or probably may never find,
but that's what I'm searching for. And then locally, I gotta say, just because Daniel, man, Lovecraft, Softcraft Syndicate or Softcore Syndicate, all up in it. Man, that's just super fun, man. It's very, very good synth music, but it's really enjoyable to listen to, man. Very good.
Yeah, I wanted put some positivity out there, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's goofy as hell, but
right. Yeah,
I mean,
that's what makes it. That's what makes it great to listen to.
I think that it's my truest soul expression. Is as silly as that might sound. I mean, those ridiculous porn groove funk tracks. That's where I want to go forever. I want to be known for that. So I'm glad that you dig it, man. And I can't wait to hear what you're doing with the track I sent you.
Well, you're gonna see.
Yeah, I am.
And Daniel's Lovecraft stuff has incredible cover art as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got this Slovenian gal helping me out on the Softcore Syndicate stuff, and she does that whole 80s retro hauntology nostalgia type stuff just perfect. She mostly does like NFT art, so I just try and get her to do pastiche homage stuff to some of my favorite record covers, and she knocks it out of the park. So can't beat that.
Standing. Do you have a pick for us?
Yeah, I do. So, since we're all going local style type stuff, the current drummer of Serene Fiend, he has another band. His name's Travis. He's worked with me for a long time on Hypermortal, and he's in Braingia. But yeah, right now he's helping us gear up for the Serene Fiend thing. And he's got a band called After Nations that he does out of Kansas City, and they're wild proggy music. I'm sure I know Howie's heard it for sure, and I think Joel, you've come to a show before, but they're kind of, I mean, they just put out a new one called The Endless Mountain, and it's awesome. I mean, it's mostly done through neural DSP, like the guitars and stuff. So Andrew, the lead guitarist and songwriter and stuff, he's been deep geeking into the neural DSP sound design stuff, and it sounds like huge, like the new Gent Polyphia style type stuff.
I was gonna ask
neural stuff is sick.
Yeah.
That neural program is fucking awesome. I've been using it some lately as well.
He just swears by it now. He's like, I'm never going back to recording amps ever again and all this. And I'm like, okay, man. And it helps too, because they're like doing it all long distance. They met up for like a week or so to record it. But it's like a bassist from Portland, and their guitarist Dave. He's in a band called Kanaima, and he's out of the Denver area, I believe. So they just, Andrew traded demos with them, and they met up for like a week or two and recorded it all. And it's super tight. It's weird synthesis mixed with crazy prog elements, sort of like it's getting closer to King Crimson territory than it was Mars Volta.
Okay,
does that make sense? So yeah, and that stuff's awesome. Then another local artist that I've been kind of into that I can't quite tell if they're actual musicians or if they're just reappropriating old recordings for vaporwave, but it's Time Wave Zero, and they're here in Lawrence. And I've tried reaching out to them. I can't get any info on them. They won't respond to my texts or anything. But it's really deep fried vaporwave stuff and very chill. Like if he or she is, or they are recording their own music and then deep frying that, it's amazing R&B that's getting deep fried. Otherwise, they got some really good samples. So I'd check it out as a Time Wave Zero.
Time Wave Zero. All right.
Yeah, that sounds worth checking out. Regardless of how the sounds are made. So
exactly.
You guys, you don't have to follow my format here, but for my national pick, I picked Elzai and Georgia Ann Muldrow's album Zeitgeist. So Elzai is the rapper. Georgia Ann Muldrow produced all the beats, and I'm pretty sure mixed the record. And just incredibly deep hip hop. I mean, it's pure hip hop, but the detail, the sonic worlds of these beats, the messages and thoughtfulness in the lyrics, like everything's on 10, everything's on 11, every possible element that you could get into. It's just like the purest distillation and the densest, there's so much packed into every second of that album. It's a pretty short record. It's like 10 songs with an interlude intro, maybe something like that. Don't quote me, but it was a pretty short record, like maybe 35 minutes. And just an incredible journey.
Something that's like that maximized 30 minutes sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably wouldn't want, it's the perfect length. You wouldn't want anymore because it's so intense.
Yeah.
That's the right length for sure.
What did you say it was, Howie?
The album title, and I'll link to it, of course. Album title is Zeitgeist, Zigeist. The rapper's name is Elzai, Elzhi. And Georgia Ann Muldrow is like an incredible polymath. I mean, she raps, she sings, she writes songs, she makes beats, she plays instruments, she mixes. I mean, just an incredible skill set. And her solo stuff is well worth checking out as well.
Very cool.
Nate's looking at something. Joel, you want to give us some more?
Yeah.
I mean, my national or international really was moderate. Was more data.
Oh yeah. Mine is a Japanese band. They've kind of had a really wild trajectory through their career. But I like to call them kind of just like a weird metal band because they cover so much sonic territory. A band called Deer in Grey. They've been active since I think the late 90s, but they really hit the scene in the 2000s and are still active. They put out kind of a greatest hits remixed and remastered and re-recorded album a few years ago called Vestige of Scratches. And it's a double LP of just like all of their material through their career. And they re-recorded a handful of songs. For better or for worse. Some of them sound better now than they did back then, but some of them don't. That's just the nature of it. But they're one of my favorite metal artists, and they just explore such a wide range of sonic territory. And their vocalist Kyo is one of the most talented metal vocalists I've ever heard. He has a pristine, beautiful, sensitive, emotional singing voice, and then he has better death growls than a lot of death metal artists do. It's just amazing, the sonic territory his voice covers. So Vestige of Scratches is a great jumping in point if anyone wants to get into Deer in Grey.
I will definitely check that out.
Wait. I guess my national one was just Imdo Mokhtar, his latest one, Afrique Victime. He came through Liberty Hall back in March. Went and saw him, and second time I've seen him, and he's this Ethiopian guitarist. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of him, but has a really chill style. Of course, it's Tuareg type music, so it's like really danceable, but like he's just shredding guitar the whole time. Dual jazz chorus amps, and he's got this really sweet technique that's just like it just flies everywhere. Very extremely psychedelic music, but also extremely simple and danceable. Easy to get lost in. But yeah, Imdo is one of my favorite modern musicians in general. I mean, he's virtuosic, but he's not like flashy.
Right.
He you know, like it's just extremely soulful music. Yeah, and then whatever Dame Funk's putting out these days, it's basically Mdo and Dame Funk. That's all I.
Of course.
I'm not good with new music. I just don't listen to much new music. I'm sorry. I mostly listen to boogie from the '80s.
I'll say, Daniel, anytime Dame Funk crosses my path or I think of you always.
Nice, yeah. I'll take that association anytime. He's a spiritual leader of sorts for us.
All right, Nate, close us down. What do you got?
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
You don't have to.
Right. No. I'll.
Did Enya put out a new album this year?
I haven't listened to enough of it, but I bet that new FICA Twigs record at Capper Songs is amazing.
For the podcast listeners, Nate's wearing an Enya t-shirt.
Yes. Proud of it.
Oh, sail away, sail away.
I've been listening to a lot of Talking Heads because I'm substituting for a couple gigs with Found a Job, which I've been enjoying. And I'm not ashamed to say that I did like Palaces by Flume. That had some good tracks on it. The last one had Damon Albarn from the Gorillaz. That was a really cool track.
Outstanding. Well, thanks, guys, for sharing some excellent new music. I'm excited to check out the stuff that I haven't heard of before. And listeners, we'll let you go early this week to maybe go check out, explore some of these links. And we'll be back with an episode for you like usual next week. We'll have a guest, well, multiple guests. It won't be Joel and Daniel. Those episodes are a couple weeks away. So that's something to look forward to. You can hear some lead singles from Serene Fiend's upcoming album, Elegies and Effigies, at serenefiend.bandcamp.com. So you can check those out and get excited for the album on August 25th. Until then, this has been the Long Play Listening Party. Later, everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Wow.